Should have gone live, so
All right.
share it out
it.
here.
Yeah, do that. I retweet it. I should build it up on YouTube too, so I can see what's happening. Oh, you're on Twitch.
Yeah, yeah, we were doing Twitch, right?
Yeah, you're on Twitch. Yeah, that's why I got my headphones out. Yeah, it's live. I'm broadcasting to the world.
Sorry, I'm slow here.
That's fine. What's up? You got the little one. Like that's not so little. He said.
I'm not 100%, but I'm 5'11". I think he passed me.
Oh wow.
He's 16.
All right.
He's a beast.
All right.
All right, I tweeted it. Give it a.
All right. I'm liking and retweeting. That's done.
Cool.
All right. All right.
Yeah, whenever you think we're ready.
Yeah. Oh, we're ready now. So
all right,
yeah.
let's roll.
So here we go. So we started watching. We put out the poll last week to see which movie we watch, and he came up with Dark Skies. I guess we'll start the trailer first. I'll play it. Let me know if the sound's coming through. I can turn it up, and then we'll talk about what we thought.
Sounds good to me.
All right. All right.
I'm not hearing the sound.
Oh, you're not hearing it? Oh, that's my fault. I didn't share. That's my fault. So we'll do that again. We actually gonna have to kick it out, and then I'll put it back in.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
No, that's to be expected with me.
So stop that one. I gotta do it again. Share and share audio. You gotta click the share audio button. That's what you do. Share. All right, now it's back. You can put it back up. And the trailer for Dark Skies. This is the movie. Big screen that.
Still not catching
No
sound.
Ah. Well, I don't know. What's up on my end? I guess we don't have a trailer then. I'll do it one more time. Stop screen, and see if there's a share audio on your end. But let's try it. Window. Oh, let me try it this way. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good.
I'm gonna share my screen. Share audio. Yeah.
I figure.
And where is it? All right. And I can't see it now, so you got to tell me when you're ready. I'll hit play.
Okay. Go ahead. Yep, you got sound now.
Hey, we got people coming over in 5. Get your butt home. An epic game of modern warfare.
Yeah, that's what save buttons are for, pal.
I had a bad dream.
Sammy, did you do this?
The Sandman did it himself. Before he came to my room.
There's no sign of forced entry. Sure all the doors and windows are locked?
I'm sure we check them every night.
Karen says you guys had to call the police. Is everything all right at home?
Yeah.
Three different migrations coming from 3 different directions flew into your house. It's as if something was drawing them to your home.
Something's going on.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I can't explain it.
Sammy, come here. Let me take a look at you.
The marks on your son's body appear to have been applied with a brand.
There are people who have reported experiencing the same things that we have been experiencing. I found a guy who claims to be an expert on this stuff.
Have you experienced any unexplained illnesses or blackouts?
Daniel, why aren't you answering me? Daniel!
Feeling that you might not be in control of your own body?
There's something wrong with you people!
You cannot escape them. Sooner or later, when they're ready, they will take your family.
Do not open this door under any circumstances.
Leave us alone!
There you go. Yeah, all right.
Was it?
The trailer doesn't make it look that bad, honestly.
I mean, I should have just watched the trailer. I think that was the whole.
What's that?
I should have just watched the trailer. I think that was the whole movie, wasn't it? Are you there?
More or less, that's how they do trailers now. Oh, we lost Grim. Oh, we were gonna do first impression. Oh, there he is.
What's wrong?
Are you there, Grim?
Yeah.
We lost him.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, you keep cutting out now.
You want? Should I?
But looks like it looks like you're here now.
Yeah. I don't know that whole transition.
Yeah, you keep cutting in and out. Your screen keeps. All right, let's show the 80s. I got excited. 80s trailers were awesome. But what I don't, if you see it, what were your impressions of the movie overall?
Mine?
Can
you hear me? Are we still having technical difficulties here?
Twitch and see if it's coming through. See if I'm right. Agreement's left.
Sorry, guys. I don't know which one of us is lagging out here.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it looks like we're both here now.
That was a little weird.
Yeah. All right. So what's your takeaway from the movie? Overall impressions?
I mean, for me, I was, to be honest, I was a little disappointed in it.
Yeah.
It was slow building up. It didn't really catch my attention more than a few spots, and I don't think I ever got into the thing. And
yeah, that's how it was. I didn't like the characters didn't draw me in. It was like the characters were kind of unlikable, and that nothing about them interested me. So when things started happening, I didn't care that it was happening to them. And then what was actually happening was kind of interesting. Like the bird scene was kind of cool. But it's stuff you've seen before. I don't think there's a single scene in this movie that I hadn't seen in another movie before. And I'd say two, like you said, a couple spots that interested you. I like the scene when she comes outside, when it was in the trailer, and his back is turned, and when she gets around to his face and his mouth is open. I like that scene. And there was another scene, but now I forgot it. But the movie was largely forgettable. I was expecting more of a mind fuck. I like that it was aliens instead of ghosts.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, that was a little bit of a twist.
Yeah, it got you a little interested in the front end where, the doors open and then aliens are building the little sculptures or whatever. And I don't know. And just kind of like you said, there was a few highlights and then it just kind of dropped it. It felt like, and it seemed to me like it would have been a little cooler to me if, they weren't down in the dumps from the get-go. Like they were already, life was already kicking them. It was like, it would have been a little cooler if they were all jamming in life and then, it all just started to fall apart, but they were already a mess, which was kind of weird.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got to start at a high. It's like they had the facade, but you could, like when they went Home Alone, the kid was like an outcast. The son was having nightmares, and their marriage was on the rocks. He was unemployed. It was, it seems like all that stuff should have started happening as a result of all these weird events.
Yeah, I mean, that would have made it more.
I agree with you on that one. I didn't even think of that.
It just felt like, oh, you're already getting kicked by everything, and then, I mean, honestly, at that point, all this other stuff should have made it more exciting for him. At the front end, anyway. They were just kind of
right. A little spice, right?
And I don't know. Some parts of the story just didn't mesh with me, like the just finding that expert guy and going to him, and I don't know. That just felt weird. It didn't.
Which part was that?
Where they went to that expert or whoever that she found.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah.
And he like has all this intimate knowledge of the aliens, including, it appeared like he had been implanted behind the ear.
Right.
Like all of them had, but
it seems like.
Go ahead.
Right. I didn't get that, but that's one of the things that I said, like everything in this I've seen in other movies. It was like they had that guy because in other ghost movies there's an expert, so we gotta have an expert. But I don't know, and they tried to have it like, and then they switched it. There was a couple of weird little things where they like pushed it forward, like in different directions in other movies where because he had the airplane, the expert had dealt with these firsthand, so you assume that his child was taken, and that's why he became obsessed. and then at the end of the movie, they become like he was, how they have all the stuff up. So it's like it just keeps going. But I don't. It was weird. I didn't think they delved deep enough into like why would this even be happening? Why didn't he have any insight into why they were doing this besides just an experiment? And what happened to the kid? Now that would have been cool because that guy said sometimes they come back, like the people that get taken. It would have been cool if they would like jump forward and the son came back, and then we got to see like what the heck happened and why they took him. But then they just left it hanging.
Yeah, and yeah, the whole expert thing, just I don't know. And he's basically telling him, "There's nothing you can do about it. It's random. There's no explanation for it." And
yeah,
but resist. That's true.
And Cities was pretty good. David Duchovny, I guess. Or that would have been awesome. I mean, just to see him in it. It wouldn't have made it. It wouldn't have made the movie better. It would have just been a cool, like, hey, it's that guy.
I mean, this kind of movie isn't necessarily one that I watch a lot, but I don't know. I could count 10 or 15 that creep me out better than this one did. It just never...
I had a list. I have a list of movies that I liked better. Would you like me to read it off now? Or wait till the end?
Sure.
Here's a list of movies that are better than, and all of them I didn't even like, but they're better than Dark Skies. And we're going to start the best. The first one is the most relevant to this, but Signs was better. Poltergeist, The Entity, Fire in the Sky, The Amityville Horror, Paranormal Activity. A guy just mentioned it in the chat. Insidious, The Babadook, or Duke. I never knew how to pronounce that title. La Lorna, The Others, Crimson Peak, The Haunting, the old 60s version, not the 90s one. That was horrible. A Ghost Story, and Fall of the House of Usher. So if you're looking for a good ghost story or Alien, a couple of those have aliens in them. Those movies are what you want to watch. But I don't know. Oh, what did you think of the twist ending? Where the whole movie, you thought they were coming after the young son. I was like, what was even the point of that? And then they got the older son. What did you think of that?
It didn't really catch me that much because they kind of set it up earlier when they were talking about the kid being sick and waiting. And I don't know, for some reason, I just instantly went to the idea that the kid had been saved by the aliens back then. And so it didn't really even catch me off guard too much. I mean, it was a twist.
I agree. It didn't catch me.
Go ahead,
it was kind of. I didn't get it. Was it a twist? No. Because, like, what is that's yeah, that's stupid. I agree. But Signs was still a better. Signs is like one of my all-time favorite movies. Did you see Signs?
A long time ago.
The Mel Gibson, the M. Night Shyamalan movie. Oh, that was awesome. I loved it. But he's right. But I didn't think that the twist mattered, because why does it matter which kid is being taken? It's like, I'm not going to care more that the older kid is taken than the younger kid.
Nah.
That was just a weird, like, gotcha that they tried to get. It was like,
yeah, and at the
end, one of them's taken, it sucks.
Yeah. At the end, she's pulling out the drawings that, the kid did, when he was a kid, I guess. Young. And I don't know.
Right.
It wasn't as big of a gotcha as they thought it was, I guess.
No, it wasn't. They should have gone with a different angle. Like I said, they should have scrapped that whole twist thing, and then they should have pushed forward into like the investigation. Like the movie should have been like an hour, and the second half of the movie should have been them like going after the aliens. Like, we're getting our son back now.
And I just, it didn't even jive. Like the whole, I mean, he had watched him, kind of discovered him on the video camera. And but somehow they still thought going to Home Depot and getting a bunch of plywood and boarding up the windows and getting a shotgun was going to stop these things. I mean, he's lucky it didn't happen now because he couldn't afford any of that crap. He couldn't even find it.
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, just because they were going off the advice from the expert, like if you make it hard for them. But how could it? I mean, it seems like they clearly have way more advanced technology, and from at first, I would have assumed, like I said, I was thinking this ghost story. So I would have thought, why would I get a shotgun to shoot a ghost? That's not going to work. But then it's aliens, and I don't know. What did you think about the alien design?
Like I said, I'm no expert in aliens, but I don't know. It was just kind of like, it was creepy.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I thought, I don't know. I guess if you just see a silhouette, it's kind of impressive. But to think of them practically, how skinny their arms were, just bugged me. Their arms were like toothpicks. It's like how are they hurting anybody or doing anything? It's like they just look too weak and frail, like aliens tend to. But then we don't see any of their technology or how they're doing the stuff. So I didn't.
Yeah, how they
show
moving
their
through
technology or made them right.
How are they moving through that house, like where you can't even see them hardly? Yeah, I mean that doesn't. I don't know.
Right, and how are they getting in? How are they getting into the house without tripping the alarm? Are they teleporting in?
Yeah.
And if they teleport in, why are they chasing them through the house? Couldn't they just teleport to the specific room then leave? Why are they walking through the whole house?
And then
Communion. I haven't seen Communion.
I mean, and it would have actually, I thought, been a little cooler because he brought up like the reptilians and what do you say? There's grays, reptilians, and some other ones.
There was another kind. I can't. Yeah.
But it would have been cool if it actually. He kind of discounted them. He said the grays were for sure, but those other two were they're not here. They don't even exist. So it would have been kind of dope if it was actually like these reptilian ones.
Yeah, that actually would have been. I know there was a lot of stuff. I don't know. They didn't even pick up on. They planted. That was a seed that they could have pulled. That would have been cool. And then the reptilians, then it could be anybody like the reptilians, because they're supposed to be like shapeshifters or whatever. They could be replacing the parents or replacing the kids or something. That would have been cool. But they didn't do it.
I mean, I don't know. It just wasn't impressively a story that was all that impressive for me. Especially the middle and the first part just dragged on. I mean, it dragged.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time stuff started happening, it was kind of like, I didn't even care anymore.
Right. That's because, again, for me, that was because the characters were so unlikable. It's like the wife, when she got mad at him about the job thing, when she's like, oh, so you lied about getting it? Like, first of all, he can't predict the future. He doesn't know if he has a job or not. He's not going to come home and say, oh, I fucked it up, we're screwed, and then this is the end of the line. Like, you're going to say, all right, I think you did okay, let's wait till next week. That's what anybody would do. Yep. And then she got mad at him for that. That was weird. That was weird. And so she wasn't likable, but it was Carrie Russell. I kind of think Carrie Russell's cute, and I don't like thin women, so that kind of made up for it. So Carrie Russell's like an exception. I like her back from the Felicity days.
Is that what show she was in? Felicity?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought she looked familiar, but
I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. She's been around. She's done a lot. But I don't know. I thought it was, and I don't know. That's just so much. I would just get into the nitpicking. I hate nitpicking films. But like the scene when she blacks, like I would like to see what they saw when they blacked out. Like,
Yeah.
well, I guess they don't see anything because they take over their minds. I don't know. That was weird because you lose time like that and you're doing all this stuff. It would have been cool just like be in their mind. Like, are they living their lives normally to themselves or is it completely blacked out?
Well, and then if they can get in your minds, I mean, at the end they did a little bit of that with the kid, but I mean, why did they go through any of the stuff in the house getting the kid if they could just shut them all down and roll in and take the kid?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, and he's shooting at him. At the end, they would have just been like, "Nah, I'm not getting shot at." Yeah, but nothing made sense, really.
I mean, there wasn't an explanation, and I know we weren't supposed to exactly know the motives of the aliens, but there wasn't even an explanation of why these super powered beings were messing around doing stupid crap instead of just doing what they wanted. I mean,
yeah, no, it's like, what was the point?
Like,
and that's what they should have approached. Like, why? I just wanted a reason.
Yeah. I mean, supposedly they'd been there for years and years and years, and they're still messing around doing stupid experiments on people that, I mean, what is it going to tell them?
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. But I just thought of another awesome alien movie that people should watch. Have you seen The Arrival?
Is that the one with Jodie Foster?
No, that's Contact. That's a good one too. That's Contact with Jodie Foster. The Arrival is with Charlie Sheen.
Yeah, I think I did a long time ago.
Yeah,
man, all these movies are so far in the past. You're bringing up title names and just drawing blanks. Fokker over here is like, man, I know you guys. He can tell you know about movies, but he's questioning anything I say.
No. Yeah. Yeah, the sequel was ridiculous. I didn't like it. Charlie Sheen wasn't in the sequel, was he? But yeah, it was Arrival was kind of a comedy, and Charlie Sheen was like a washed up nutbag and nut. It's that questioning anyone, man. But it seems like we came away with the same impressions.
Yeah, I was gonna be a little curious. I kind of bet that you would be on the same page as me, but I was like, man, I'm gonna feel like a jerk if I come in here kind of bashing on this thing, and he's like, oh man, this thing had depths I've never seen in a movie.
No. Well, even if you did, I'm not one. I don't get uptight. I hate when people get upset when people criticize something that they like. It's like, did you make it? Then calm down. I'm not criticizing anybody's taste. You can like whatever you want. I just didn't like it. I like tons of shit. I know that.
Yeah, I felt I was in so Modern Mythology. He suggested it, and then it won the poll, and he asked me last night which movie, and I told him, and I said, just don't be upset if you drop by, man.
Right. All right. Right.
I mean,
right. Exactly. And let's highlight that one, man. I don't know, but there's objective quality in films. There's this thing where people are getting away from objectivity. Subjectively, you can feel however you want about anything. Objectively, Dark Skies was mediocre.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you can like it as much as you want, but like whatever. I always go. This is my go-to. My Britney Spears. Britney Spears sold millions and millions, and all the little girls loved her. We listen to her now. We know it's garbage music. Everybody knows that. Like just because somebody likes something doesn't make it good. It has quality separate from what somebody feels about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Dark Skies was not impressive.
I mean, it didn't have it didn't scare you a whole lot. It didn't have humor. It didn't make you feel for anybody really all that much. They tried to, but like you say, it was just average stuff.
Yeah. It was it was like somebody watched a bunch of ghost movies. The Britney's like what you like, man. That reminds me of South Park. Did you used to watch South Park?
I've watched some of it, yeah.
Where one of the boys, I don't know which one. It was one of the two main boys. Had a sister who was like overweight and had braces and talked with a list. And she, whenever she got pissed, she was like, "I'm going in my room to listen to my Britney Spears CDs." So whenever I think about Britney Spears fans, I think about that girl.
Did that guy? Did he act in other movies?
The Expert?
No, I know the Expert did, but the husband. I should have looked it up.
I've seen him in something. I think he was on TV. I've seen him in something. And honestly, I was going to say, while I was watching it, I honestly can't tell if I think I've seen the movie before, but I think it's just so forgettable that I forgot it. Because when I was watching it, I was like, it seems familiar. And then no, but I think I've seen it in another movie. So I half think I've seen it before. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I can probably paste. Let me see. Is that the guy? I'm guessing that's the actor. Josh Hamilton? No, I didn't see any of that. Alive? He was in Alive? How old is he? Yeah, he's old.
He's like 55
69.
or something. He's 69?
Yeah, he's older than I thought. He was born in 69. But yeah, he's been around. It says he was in Alive. I was like, who is it? He must have been a kid, but no, he was an adult.
52.
That came out in the 90s. Yeah. He's a good looking man. I thought he was like in his 40s.
Well, thank you, Smiling Bandito.
Cool. Yeah, he's cool. I see him on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, 52. That movie came out in 2013. I wouldn't have guessed he was that old, but I was. Yeah. Well, I mean, what am I saying? I said 69, 70. So,
yeah.
These actors and actresses, they trick you. So
yeah, they get those. They got the stem cell shots or something.
No, I thought the bird scene was cool, but then the payoff on it when, the Expert called and said it was like 3 different flocks. They were just attracted to the house, and like that was supposed to make it more disturbing than the fact that 500 birds just killed themselves on your house. Right. That was weird.
Yeah, and then that takes cool. Away. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was impressive. But and then it took because of that, it made it less specific to the people because it was like because of the magnetic fields around that house. It's not like it had anything to do with the people that lived there. It was just they just happened to live there. It was like no reason for anything. It was like just everything was coincidence. It seemed like.
So then that kind of makes it weird too. I mean, it's like, what were the aliens living underneath their house? I mean, did they have their spaceship stored under there? I mean, because they were just there for the people. We thought. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. So now it's like the more I think about it, the more questions I have.
And I mean, there are questions I don't care to have answered. I'm not going to watch that thing again. I'm a little bit
right. Oh no, I'm not curious. Like I said,
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I didn't have anything.
Oh, I'm a little irritated at myself because when I pulled it up on Amazon, it was like, I think $4 to rent it and $9 to buy it. And I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's good, and I'll regret the $5 extra.
Did you paid for it?
I bought it. Yeah.
You paid for it, man?
Yeah, I did.
Oh man. Nah, it's on Netflix, man. You don't have Netflix?
No, I don't have Netflix. But
Oh,
one month of Netflix would have paid for that. I would have got some other content.
Right. right. Yeah.
It's all good.
The first Fast and the Furious movie wasn't bad. But no, I was gonna say, yeah, I'll send you a link to like a website that just streams movies. Like, don't buy any more of these movies, man. But yeah, I was skeptical about this one.
I actually went in thinking, oh, this is gonna be cool because it's kind of a creepy something that I'm not usually watching. So I mean, there's been a few of those, like Darkness Falls. Do you ever watch that? That one.
That's an old one too, I think. Is that old?
Yeah, it's pretty old. I watched it right when
that's
the kids were born,
is that Steven Dorff?
No, I don't think so.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
It was like a Tooth Fairy thing, and that was freaking me out so bad that I wouldn't even do the Tooth Fairy with the kids.
Have you seen Call Out of Space yet?
No, I have not watched it yet. I will though. The Nicolas Cage one, right?
Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. That's weird. I don't know if that's aliens or interdimensional beings, or is there even really a difference between aliens and interdimensional beings? But that's kind of what Call Out of Space is. That's better than this one. That's one of my favorite movies I've seen in like a decade.
Nice. So, I mean, I don't know when it got done. I'm not much on rating, but I figured for me that was a 5 out of 10 movie. So.
Oh yeah, Dark Skies was a 5 out of 10 for you.
At best, that was being generous.
Yeah, I couldn't even rate it. It's a 4 or 5 out of 10. Dark Skies for me. It's like it's watchable. I mean, for one time. I mean, like I said, I started playing Hearthstone halfway through, so. They're talking about Willy's Wonderland now.
Oh yeah, they are.
The camera work. If I want to say something positive about Dark Skies, the camera work was good. It was a good looking movie.
Yeah, it was
some cool shots, and but I mean, that's not going to save it.
No, you need some story and you need some suspense in that kind of movie, and I don't know. You need to have a reason to give a crap about the people. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like they didn't even seem like they cared about each other. So why should I? Well, that's not the scene. I thought I didn't like it. I just thought it was real. But after when the boy thought that guy was Brandon, his son, and he went over there and started beating him up. And then, do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
I was like, that's real. I was like, yeah, if I thought somebody was Brandon, my son, it's over with. But beyond that, I don't think I liked any other scenes, like the bird scene and that scene.
Well, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I doubt I'll ever be put in the circumstance, but I don't know. All that stuff they were going through by the time they got to the branding and all that, I mean, I think I would have been wrapping my mind around something outside of the normal was going on by that time. I mean, they were so
Yeah.
slow coming to that conclusion. I'm not even a superstitious person.
Yeah.
I'd be,
Yeah, the father especially.
I mean, and then even by the end where the kids, the older kids just kind of being a jerk, not understanding, why they're locking down the house and stuff. It's like, really, dude, where you been? Yeah. Like there's been some crazy crap going on.
I didn't get that either. I thought that. I didn't get why they didn't lock down the kids. Like the kids are just going out with other people. Like the son when he went to the pool, he wasn't with either of the parents. He was just like went with some neighbor, and that's when they saw the bruises on his body. I was like, at that point, why are you just sending your kids out with random? I mean, people. I mean, not that they're they know them. They know that they're not the ones doing it. They know something strange is happening. I think that you would be a little more cautious.
I mean, I take my kid to the park and he goes over and pees himself and then just starts screaming. He ain't going anywhere with anybody after that until I figure out what the heck just went down.
Right. That's true too. That was crazy.
But they're sending out,
Well, yeah, it was like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And I lost. No, just about the kid and stuff. I just didn't get it. That was basically all I had to say about that one.
I mean, sometimes in retrospect, I think about that in movies, and that's always a deal breaker for me when people are doing things in a movie that just absolutely don't make sense, but they're put it in there to move the plot along. And it's like, well, maybe you should have thought of something that actual humans would do.
Like it goes back to what I was a reason for anything. I just want a reason. It was just like plot contrivances. Like she just and it was like the weakest montage of her doing the research on the internet. It was like the most vague little website clips and headlines, and it was just, I don't know, shallow. Shallow is the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, because when you think about it, I mean, that this was stretching over the case of I don't know, a week or two, and the kid was like quiet and traumatized because this stuff had been happening to him. Like, what is he coming down to breakfast and they're just ignoring the fact that he's not saying anything? Or I mean,
yeah,
Sandman's been
the kid's weird anyway. I was innocent, man.
Yeah, I guess that was another way.
And then
go ahead.
And then she didn't tell the husband about the son's nightmare. That was weird.
Yeah,
it was after and she didn't even tell him after all the food from the cabinets was stacked up, right? Didn't it take her a little while after that?
I think it took a while.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like, clearly something's going on. At that point, I would have just thought somebody was breaking into the house. So I definitely would have been sharing that information.
Yeah.
But that was before I even... But then she saw that weird light. What was that light she saw? Was it just reflecting off of the cans? Or was it just some random light on the ceiling?
I mean, I think it was
I didn't
supposed to be...
understand if light was reflecting off of the arrangements.
Yeah, I think how they built it, the light was reflecting through the jars and doing that on the ceiling. But
okay.
I mean, that right there should have told you it probably wasn't your kids doing it.
Right. I know. And you got to have some trust in your kids. Kids do stupid stuff. And I could see a kid taking a bunch of stuff out the cabinets, but then elaborately stacking it up in these weird designs, making weird reflections on the ceiling. They're like, my kid's not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
And then the little son is saying somebody else's head.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, I guess we don't need to pick it apart to all to the end, but it was just it just wasn't a good movie.
This the more you think about it. Yeah, the more you think about it, the more stuff you think about that didn't make sense. Like, why this? Why did that happen? Why did because like Fokker said, because it had to.
Yeah.
This is the story they wanted to tell. They didn't care how they got it out. This is just has to happen now.
And maybe maybe in the filming they had a whole bunch more stuff to fill in all that, but they should have left it in if that was the case. Could have gotten rid of half the
Right.
real world dynamics and just focused on these people and their thing with the aliens.
Right. Yeah, that should have been like the first scene should have been the like kitchen scene with the pots and stuff. Like that whole cookout in the beginning and everybody's having like weird topical conversations. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah, that whole start of the movie just going through the neighborhood, like, their idea of, suburban America, I guess. And maybe, to be fair, like when we were kids, I think there was suburban America was like that, maybe to some extent, but I don't know. In the last 20 years, you don't see kids running around playing in their yards and stuff. They're playing video games.
Yeah, a lot less frequent. It's not too many. I don't see kids outside too much.
But, yeah,
that's the story they wanted to tell. So,
well, we're gonna have anything else to bag on it about?
Nah, not offhand. I said just watch better movies.
I was hoping to be surprised.
That's pretty much my takeaway, like my little list of films to watch. Me too. I thought that again, I'm not sure if I saw it before. I thought I would at least it would be something new and different. And since it was recommended in the way, because you put the poll out, it was like, hey, show us something we haven't seen before. I thought, all right, at least it's going to be interesting, regardless of whether or not I like it. But I just wasn't particularly interested.
No,
generic and shallow. Those are the two words that keep popping into my head.
Those are good descriptions of it. So, are we just gonna move down the list, or are we gonna put out a poll again? Yes. Next one's Lord of the Rings. Extended edition. Nobody got time for that. Did we lose him? What's a booming?
Uh-oh.
Did you make it back?
Yeah. Who's that? You talking to me?
Yeah. You dropped out for a second.
Yeah, I think I'm in.
Yeah, you are.
All right. So we're gonna do this again. I guess in a week or so.
Yeah, did you want to just go with the second movie, or did you want to go through the whole polling thing again? I think the second one was comic book villains.
Oh, all right, and that's another. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. I just said no because I don't remember it. But yeah, I want to watch it, so that would be a cool bit.
Okay, so we'll just, if that's cool with you, instead of doing the whole poll thing, we'll just go with that one because it was the second one, and if people are showing interest, and maybe we'll throw a poll back in a couple weeks from now. So,
Right. And what's Fokker? What's his name on Twitter? I want to know if I follow that dude. Skip that unnecessary love story.
I'm pretty sure I do.
A Hobbit.
but-
Oh my god. Well, yeah, you got way more interaction. You're like a nicer guy. I'm an asshole on Twitter, so people like don't engage with my stuff. You're like super nice and talking to everybody. Get the fuck out of here. Legion.
Oh, I don't know
Let's
if
see,
I'm
let's
nice,
see.
but
Let's see. Oh, same name. All right, I'm following Fokker on Twitter now.
you're on the
Follow me
naughty
back
list,
and don't
huh?
be scared by my tweets.
No, I just
But yeah, we can. As I said, we can do the let's do comic book heroes whenever you got the time, and then after that we can do another poll. I kind of want to watch that Peanut Butter Falcon movie.
okay.
That's the one I wanted to watch, but that's the one I voted for 2 times.
Well, we
But,
can. I mean, if you want, we can do that one next. You want to do that one next?
yeah, well, that'd be cool.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
because I
just
know I
do the
haven't seen
peanut
it,
butter
and I
falcon.
wanted to see it.
So,
Cool,
I mean,
cool.
you know, we'll break the rules. Then we'll do comic book villains, and then
Yeah.
we'll hopefully forget about that other one that got suggested.
No, yeah, I'm not watching that. No. Netflix, yeah.
That was like a
Netflix
brand
originals.
new.
I don't think I've liked one.
That was like a
Yeah.
brand new Netflix movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and this year at least. I mean, it's pretty new.
Oof. That'd be rough.
I had no interest.
All right, yeah, we'll do the peanut butter falcon next time around. I think that's on Prime, so
Cool.
I won't make the mistake of buying it.
All right. Yeah, don't buy any of these movies, man. I'll send you some links. Make sure you got your antivirus on though.
Is that why you didn't answer when I said if any of these movies cost you anything, let me know? And you were like, nah, I got it covered, man.
Right. Nah, and I don't even know. For this, I would. I don't normally stream. Like I said, the only stuff I stream is like the UFC fights because I hate their business practices. That's how I justify it. I really just don't want to pay for them. But I normally don't. I normally pay for the movies I watch. I could like count on, I guess, 2 hands the number of movies I've like watched illegally, quote unquote.
Hey guys, thanks for dropping by.
No, you don't. Bridge Troll.
Sorry, I bailed on your Devil May
Troll
Cry.
does not have to watch the movie. Who was playing Devil May Cry?
Epic Heels was playing Devil May Cry 5. Peanut butter jelly time. What is that?
I'm guessing in reference to the Peanut Butter Falcon. That was about done.
Yeah, we just got done raking Dark Skies over the coals because neither of us, we don't think we've watched it, but we watched it and it was bad.
Yeah,
it was pretty mediocre anyway. So
right, well, like I say, we watch it so you don't have to. So
I just wanted to experience some new movies that were maybe crazy under the radar cool things. But that one was not it.
Right. That's what I was expecting. Mm-mm.
So,
yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess
All right.
ripped on it as much as we're going to, and next time around, the peanut butter falcon.
Boom.
Do you want to pin down a time now, or do you want to wait and see how your schedule looks?
I'm any evening. I can do pretty much any evening around this time.
Okay.
You're the one with the schedule because you have your you work overnight, don't you?
Yeah, I'm working on nights, but let me get a couple nights in and play with the internet up there, because as long as I have some spare time between tasks, I'm willing to stream, do it. So
Okay.
cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you
Sounds
for
good.
dropping by. Thank you for watching, and go check. You want to post a link to your Twitch channel, because that's where we'll be next week.
That is true. I can post the link. I'm going to have to open it up. I posted in the
Thank you, guys.
she's at. Give me 1 second. Cut.
You've been interneting since 1993, huh? It's longer than I've been interneting.
There you go. So there you go. We're gonna be streaming sometime with in a week or so on the link I just posted in the chat. That's my Twitch. I don't know. We might do Twitch. I might do Twitch. I might do YouTube. It depends. But I'll do Twitch. Why not? I hate YouTube.
Either way works. So
Yeah.
cool. Alrighty, you guys all have a good evening.